y'all already know. This is really honestly the only time of day I can even make a freaking video these days. Okay, but I want to talk about something. Uh, okay, so I have this game I like to play, and sometimes it gets really hard. Now, there's not been anything that I haven't been able to figure out within the game, but sometimes it gets really hard, and I got to do it like more than 3 or 4 times. Okay, it's like a puzzle game. I'm really good at those. Um, Aaron will watch me, and he started with this little joke. He started saying sometimes when I would have to do it more than once, he'd be like, sometimes you have to give up. And he would say that all the time, and then I'll say no, no, I never give up. I never, or some kind of weird accent of some type. So I think that this is very true, though. You know, not giving up, stay strong. People encouraging you to keep doing things that are clearly not working for you. Um, that's still within the guidelines of codependency. Right. Excuse me. So we've talked about the rules of codependency. Um, for those who don't know, the video in which I speak on it the most is Tetelestai. Okay, in the very beginning of that video, I do go over the rules of codependency. So, to encourage someone to keep trying and stay strong and things like that, that is within the realm of those rules. And so it's funny because Aaron has recently been telling me, sometimes you just gotta give up, and he just loves how I respond to it. And we've been having a lot of fun, but then I just went to therapy yesterday. And I think I need to give up. I've already detailed how many times I've been through CBT, DBT, and AMDR, and how I haven't really had any results. But the facts are, I actually have had results. It's just that the situation is very corrupt. You know, it's not an issue of did I get the idea or the lesson. No, I've had people coming into my life intentionally exploiting certain things that can't essentially heal without certain cooperation from others. Now, so I think I'm about to give up. Here's what made me do this. Here's what made me think about this. When I say something, every single time I say something, and she gives me her response, I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. One, I already know this. Two, I've actually a lot of the stuff she suggested and things I've done already. Like we're going over, the whole, you can you get a long distance friend. You can get, I did that already. I did that already. I actually still have a long distance friend in UK. Uh, we chit chat here and there a couple times a year. We used to chat like all the time, but when I first met him, I've known him for almost a decade now. You know, Darlene, um, also another long distance friend. I had a few women who were friends too, but here's the thing, with the long distance friendships, sometimes women have more to deal with in life. Okay. So it's kind of hard. It was harder for me to maintain those friendships because they are sole caregivers of multiple children. Um, dating and doing. Uh, one lady, I can't even remember her name, but I have a screenshot of her name. She and I went tough. We loved each other very much. But she was a single parent. She was trying to go to college, do all this stuff. These men are so bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? My friend in the UK, he's older. He's significantly older. But when I met him, obviously that would have put him in his like 50s. And yeah, very bare minimum type life. He worked part time. You know, nothing wrong with that. You can do that. And actually, I would take that back because I think he was taking care of his father at the time. His father did pass away. But their lives kind of do not have the same type of stuff. So if anybody's wondering, like, hey, your long distance friend were men, I have women too. It's just their lives were far busier. Oh boy, Darlene, he had a he had a baby, and he took care of her son and stuff. But for a long time he never worked, or when he did, he just go home and his sister took care of everything. So he had plenty of time to talk to me. And turn out he did get arrested. So you're making these friends with these people and you don't even know what they really are like outside of that. You know what I'm saying? I would have never thought in a million years he would get arrested or lie about what he got arrested for. Like, I couldn't see it and it wasn't public knowledge. You know, never would have saw that coming based off of how our interactions were. And so there's certain things that she's saying to me that I've already done, I've already tried. It exceeded its time frame. You can have lifelong friends that are um, what do you call it, long distance and whatnot, and there's no problem with that. Yeah. Except for, you know, the fact dating myself. I was doing that in my early 20s. You know how there's like women now, that's like the big deal. Like, let's date ourselves. I was doing that already in my early 20s. Like, um, I don't think that I would ever just stop doing that per se, but at some point, I would like to date someone for real. You know? Like, how long do I have to do this stuff? And then I go into therapy, you're getting paid for it to tell me shit that I've been doing. Then, because you haven't been my therapist for 10 years and you haven't been my therapist, well, I've been in therapy since I was 15, off and on. So, you haven't been my therapist for 15 years. Oh, wait, if you, 20 years, sorry. So you wouldn't know all that I've done. So then you say offensive stuff like, well, you gotta crawl before you walk. Bitch, I've been crawling for 20 fucking years. Do I get to walk? Am I permanently disabled and have to crawl for the rest of my fucking life? The fuck? I've literally, everything she's ever suggested, I have done. Okay? And I've done it consistently. That is the only reason why I'm here. And I think I am just ready to give up on therapy. It's not for everybody, and actually it is for me. It worked for me to the extent that I am where I'm at. But there's really no point for me to be in there. I've realized it just clicked. Sometimes you just got to give up. Yeah. Like, no offense to her. She's just doing her job to the best of her ability. Very little background because, you know, It's only a 30-minute session. You can only get so much out in 30 minutes. But to hear the same repeated shit all the time, shit that I've already tried, and there's an endless supply of people. It's not like I can't try again, but I'm not interested in trying again. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in having long distance friends for the rest of my fucking life. I'm not interested in gaining that. I'm not interested in that. I want a person that's in front of me right now. You know what I'm saying? I want a dude that's not lying about his girlfriend or wife or whatever the fuck it is she is to you. That's what I want. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? And I had to think about it. I have turned people down before. The other day, I think I said I've never really turned anybody down. That's not necessarily true, but it's within context, okay? Like, I turned down a homeless guy, okay? But I've dated a homeless guy too, so it doesn't really, to say to me, oh, you turned down a homeless guy. That homeless guy could have been no, not likely. Not likely. Not likely. you know? Anyway, rambling at 3 in the morning. I was asleep at some point today, but I woke up because I don't have trouble falling asleep. I have trouble staying asleep. That's the issue. Okay, my brain still works while I'm sleeping, and then I wake up like, oh my god, random shit like this on my head. So I hope you guys have a good evening, and I'll talk to you later.